Burning a little Palo Santo today, just to bless, cleanse, and neutralize my space. Today we are talking about attachments. Spirit attachments. Go grab your tea, get your coffee, just get a cup of anything. Come on back. All right, today we're going to talk about attachments. I got a question from, oh, we do have the paranormal flashlight set up behind me. I got a question from Karen S., and Karen asked me a question about thrifting. And she goes to a lot of secondhand stores. She buys a lot of her clothes from Goodwill, secondhand shops. Can I bring home an attachment from clothing? Yes, you can. You can get an attachment from almost anything. If you are shopping, if you're in a thrift store, a secondhand store, Goodwill, Salvation Army, there's a lot of them around. And you absolutely pick up something, oh, it caught your eye, and you pick it up and you look at it, and something about it just made you put it back. Leave it back, leave it down. Leave that there. Most likely your spirit guides are coming in to help you out a little bit. That piece of clothing or that article might have an attachment. Oftentimes, you can buy used furniture. Now, right here happens to be a desk that belonged to my grandfather when he first came here from Italy. I could feel Grandpa's energy around this desk. Now, let's just say you bought that desk at a yard sale, flea market, whatever. You could very likely pick up Grandpa's energy and bring it home with you. In this particular case, my grandfather had a farm. This is where he did his bookkeeping. He just did all of his work here at this little desk, this little, let me open that up a minute, this little secretary type desk. It's full of crystals, tarot cards right now. But yes, you can get an attachment from buying secondhand articles. Now, I've done it myself. Brought something home and, just felt like the energy just felt a little different. Thank you, Spirit, back there. The energy in the house felt a little different. So that's where the sage comes in. That is where the Palo Santo comes in. You can bless, cleanse, and neutralize the things that you bring home yourself. And I suggest you do that with everything. Now, when Grandpa was doing all that work, spent all those years, decades probably, in front of that desk, he imparted his energy into that desk. He didn't curse it. He didn't bless it. He just sat there and worked at it. And you can impart your energy on anything. I once lived in a house, and we had a rec room in the basement. And for some reason, I always just felt like somebody had just finished an argument down there. You know, when you walk into a room and you feel the energy is a little staticky, and you knew maybe two people were having words. That's kind of how I felt in that basement. And then one day, and I don't turn my spidey senses on all the time, unless there's something going on, and I think I need to take a deeper look at it. Anyway, I decided at one point, like, what's going on here? Why do I keep feeling like I just walked into a room where there was an argument? And as I dialed in, I could tell the man that laid the block for my home, my basement, was going through a divorce. And he was pissed off. And every time he would stack a block, he was mad. And thank you, Spirit, on the light. He was imparting that energy that he was experiencing that day into the house. And that can happen. You literally can walk into a house and feel, oh, this is a great house and there's a great energy there. And there really was in the rest of the house. But in the basement, my spidey senses and I could dial in, and I knew that that man put his negative energy. Now, he didn't intend to do that, but there it was. It is in that house. So I had to bless, cleanse, and neutralize that space. So anytime you make something, build it, create it, hammer another nail into it, crochet another stitch into it. I have a friend that's a welder, and he made me that beautiful butterfly that's made out of a kind of a motorcycle. That's actually an engine chain, a timing chain. He didn't realize, and he is such a wonderful, absolutely positive-minded human being, great kid, great individual. He imparted that great positive energy and the love that he had for what he was doing into that butterfly. I love that stinking butterfly. I love it. Let's see what else. Yeah, you can. You're putting your energy into whatever it is you make. Years ago, when you were given, and thank you, Spirit on Light. Years ago, if you were given a homemade blanket or an Afghan, grandma or somebody would always say, "There's a prayer in every stitch." And you know what? If they did pray, or if they just had good thoughts, and they, crocheting an Afghan for a baby. Oh, I hope that baby he's healthy and wonderful. You're imparting those blessings in that item that you're making. You're putting your blessings in that item. Now, that even happens with brand new stuff. Here we have, this is my bundle of sage. This sage happens to be, it's hand wrapped. You can see the string on it. The person that wrapped this particular bundle was having a good day. Thank you, Spirit on the Light. They knew that this bundle of sage was going to go help somebody somewhere. It would be a blessing to somebody. And they kind of imparted, somebody Native American. This is all grown in the United States. By the way, you guys, I do have sage that it is part of my merch. I'm going to get some of the prices up so you guys can find it. But I could feel the absolute love and the blessings in that sage. All right, that cup. Handmade in a potter's wheel, right? Now it might be assembly line fashion, banging them out. But the guy that's throwing the clay on the potter's wheel is imparting his energy into what he's doing. For example, I got this lovely little dish. I keep a lot of my crystals right here on my table, but that's abalone shell. And the energy that this person put into this homemade item still exists in that. So I loved it. I could feel the energy, decided I was going to put it right here where I could enjoy it. So there you have it, you guys. You can bring home attachments on what it is you buy. Now, if you are going to neutralize, bless, cleanse, and neutralize your space, and only work with beings of the light, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, and your ascended masters, all you have to do is just say that. Say it once a day. You're laying down a perimeter of protection around you, around your house, around your workspace. So you absolutely can bless, cleanse, and neutralize your own house, your workspace, your shop, whatever. You can do it. There's a ton of ways you can use sage to do it. You could use the Palo Santo. Let me go ahead and give you a really quick shot here. All we're going to do is ask that no negative energy or emotion is allowed to dwell here. That's all. Bam. Get rid of the negativity. Only peace and prosperity is welcome and allowed to enter. Bam, that's all. Now, there are tons of prayers. There are things you can say, but nothing is as effective, thank you, Spirit, on the light, as your own personal intentions. I'm asking to bless, cleanse, and clear. I'm calling that in. And every time you do that yourself, you will set up that protection. Now, I blew out the flame, or did it go out? God, I was talking, I don't even remember. And I don't know, can you see the smoke coming off of it a little bit in the video here? I will hit it again. You simply want that smoke to waft around whatever it is you're asking that be blessed and cleansed. You don't need the flame. Blow it out. You want it just about like incense. You get it going, just enough flame to get it going, blow it out. And I literally fan my cards, for example, over that. Ask that they be blessed, cleansed, and neutralized. Not leaving any energy from the last reading or the last person. All right. There you have it. Bringing home something secondhand. No matter what it is, take that moment, a few moments, that moment that you get it home, and just ask that it be blessed, cleansed, and neutralized. There you go. All right, you guys, there you have it. Never leave you that I don't bless you with love and light. See you soon.